welcome back to the Yoga Pantry with us, Tash and
Maru.
We are going to do the triangle pose like we promised from last week. Triangle is another one of those wonderful poses that gives you a good hip stretch. Warrior, triangle, any of those warriors, they're all really strengthening poses. They're grounding poses. They connect you to your root chakra, and of course the triangle gives you epic leg stretch, hip stretch, body stretch. So let's get into it and check it out.
Yes, check it out.
The good news is you start just like a warrior too. If you don't know what that is, check out this video. Once you feel comfortable and grounded in your warrior two, then you can start to straighten out your knee and feel how that feels. It's just like you're setting up for a warrior two. Now, in order to create your length into your, actually I'm gonna let you talk about how you like to teach this, and I'll just shut up.
All right. So from your two warrior stance, I'm gonna start straightening my front leg. And then again, I'm going to reach as far as I can with a nice long torso. And then I'm just gonna bend towards the side. I always use a block because I'm not, very flexible. And yes, and again, with the top hand, you can either get it to your hip to open up the chest, or you can extend the arm up. You can look up, forward, or down, whatever is more comfortable for your neck. And then I always suggest to keep a micro bend in your knee. Doesn't matter how flexible you are, just always try to keep a micro bend in your knee.
That's super important, because even if you actually are really flexible, you're probably hyper flexible, so you're probably hyper extending that leg. So keeping a micro bend and harnessing the strength of the knee muscle, where you draw this quad up and draw that knee up into your body. So
keeping the torso nice and long so we don't collapse here. Trying to find some space, right, between the legs and the ribs.
yeah, exactly. And if you are not as flexible, it's totally fine to be up here. Like, we all see the person that is doing this kind of triangle pose. This is not a triangle pose. Neither is it much of anything. It's much better to be up higher and reaching out through your body, or even just having that hand on the hip, like Maru said earlier. It just helps you feel into that pose more. You're going to get more of an inner thigh stretch. You're going to feel into your body more and get to know your body so much more. Yeah.
Yeah, we always try to maintain the integrity of the, right? Because otherwise we try to do weird things to get into the look of the pose, and then we just compromise things that...
Yeah, yoga was invented before Instagram, so the poses don't have to look like what you see on Instagram. Another lovely thing that you can do, if you are quite flexible and stretchy through the waist, when you set up your... Shall I get you to turn the other way so you don't have to do...
No, it's okay.
Are you okay?
It's all right, yeah.
So when you set up to go into your triangle pose, trikonasana, you can think about shifting the hip back and then allowing the body to come as far forward. Because what people try and do is they try and reach down first, but reach out first. It's like someone has come and they're lengthening you out from here and pulling out from the arm. I like to say that you've just gone into a safe. This is what I say to my beginners. And you are holding on to the door. I'm the door, because you don't want it to close because you're going to get stuck in the safe. But there's something that you really need on that shelf. And so you reach while holding on to the door. And can you feel it? Like, it's good, right? And so that's created all of this length and this space in your torso. And then bringing the hand to your hip allows you to kind of become familiar with the rib cage area, just like we did in our warrior two extended side angle, where you rotate your lower rib cage forward, upper rib cage back, but keep the rib cage into your body. Don't let it poke out. And then from there, you can either choose to turn the palm out and just gently tuck it into the inside of the foot, or you can, inside of the leg I mean, rest anywhere from all the way up here. You could actually even be right up here and have this openness in the body. Or of course, you can reach your toes, your feet, the ground, or your block. And then you can choose to have the arms straight up, or if you want that big old beautiful stretch, turning the palm forward and creating this lovely length through the body. So that is some yummy, yummy, yummy triangle pose. And we're always trying to keep our bodies centered, like you're stuck between two panes of glass and you're not dropping forward. I see people drop forward all the time, and we want to stay within the realms of our legs and our thighs. All right, that's probably killing you. Yes! And the longer you hold a pose, the stronger you become. And as Patabi Joy said, the moment you want to leave the pose is when the pose begins. So keep that in mind. You just got to stay there for a few more breaths and use your Ujjayi breath, which you can check out right there. Maybe it's there, don't know where it comes out, to give you stamina and strength. And from triangle, there's so many other variations, which we'll look at on another day. But yeah, is there anything else you want to add to that?
No.
Perfect. You can use 2 blocks. One more thing to add. Because we see lots of beginners who don't have the flexibility yet, I'd much rather see you here with your block than here with your block. And the beauty of a block is that you can use it to press down like you've got the earth underneath your hand. And when we're using blocks, we can press down to lift up. So we bounce out of the energy of the ground and lengthen. When we aren't using our blocks, then it's all body strength. You're not going to be pressing anywhere, even if you're on the ground or if you're holding your toes. You want to work length through the body and lightness through the arms. So no pressing there. But using your blocks allows you to do that. So play with the blocks. It's a very different feeling, and it's just another way to work your body. Thank you so much for joining us.